So hello and welcome to another episode of Oblok Gaming. Today I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a reaction video on the winter update preview by Mindark. I haven't watched this. I've watched maybe the first minute of it just to check that the sound's working. But what I thought I'd do is watch this with you guys for the first time, give my thoughts, my comments on what's being said, and yeah, we'll see where we end up. So let me just roll that back. And I'm here with my two dogs. Say hello, Mana and Tina. Two of my dogs. I've got three dogs. So they're keeping me company whilst we do this. Say hello. Okay. Anyway, I'll put them back down. I don't have a lot of space on my lap. But because I'm not playing, I do have my hands for a change. And when you're playing, you can't stroke the dogs. Okay, so let's give this a listen, shall we? And see what we can see.
Okay, so we have a content update coming next month. And again, very light spoilers, but I just want to show you a couple of...
Next month. When did this actually air? Just give me a second. I'm guessing this was late November then, if they're talking
Okay,
about...
so we...
This was 5 days ago, so December. So next month could be December, could be January. We're not sure. Let's find out, shall we?
Things that's coming, all right? You may remember that for those of you who chat with me on Discord and in other places, that I have mentioned that after we did the Satesh update, the next thing we wanted to look at was the sort of mission flow and world design when people arrive in Camp Icarus.
Okay, so yep, great idea. I think Satesh was an amazing. It was a good addition to the game. I don't think it keeps you there long enough. I have some thoughts on that. Maybe that's a video for another day. I don't think you stay there long enough for all the work they put into it. So I think there's more you could do with it. But anyway, he's not wrong. The transition into Camp Icarus is pretty, it's pretty bad at the minute. So let's see what else he's got to say. By the way, if you could put down in the comments, who is this guy? I actually have no idea who he is. That's me not being really... I'm not really clued into the Mindark part of the community. I've been talking to a lot of players, but yeah, the Mindark side, I've really not been that involved. And all right, anyway, let's keep playing.
Because at the moment, I think Satesh has a very, you're surviving the robot attack. There's lots of robot-themed stuff, and there's sort of that feeling of threat. And obviously, we have all the new mission rewards and stuff going on with that.
You know what? I don't even remember the robots on Satesh. Okay, I guess... Oh, that's right. The very first quest thing was... No, that's Aris. Is there many robots on Satesh? I mean, I'd need to watch my own playthrough to check that, but I don't remember Satesh being particularly robot heavy, but okay, whatever. Let's go.
Rewards and stuff going on with that. So it seemed logical that then, once you arrive in Calypso, suddenly that content is quite old. And it doesn't feel threatening. It doesn't feel like there's this big military, camps and build up and, fighting against what's going on. And certainly the quest rewards are just a little bit out of date. And those of you who have a Buchan's rifle will know just how much that content is a little bit out of date.
You think? And it's Buchan, is it? Okay. I think I said Buchan. Anyway.
So one of the things that is part of this is kind of a redoing the kind of design of two kind of key areas. One is Camp Icarus itself, and also Port Atlantis. So this is what you're seeing now this is Camp Icarus. And after this update, sorry, now this is Port Atlantis. So what you're seeing there, that's Port Atlantis, where Port Atlantis is today. And this is the same one here. So we've moved Port Atlantis over to Jennifer Island, and that's now kind of a nicer hub location, and it's kind of out there. It's kind of that island paradise feel. We're moving a lot of the vendors and stuff to the new Port Atlantis, and then where the old Port Atlantis is, that's more of the first forward base, the camp, right? When you get from Satesh to Calypso, and then
Okay. I don't know where Jennifer Island is. I'd have to look at the map a little bit closer, but not. I mean, obviously Icarus, sure, looks a bit more military-like. I guess Port Atlantis, if you give it a more of a beachhead and then you go in, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's a bit of a wait and see, but I don't really get the concept.
Camp Icarus itself has had a little bit of a refresh to give it more of a feel for this kind of CDF
I mean, he said this was Atlantis. This actually looks like Camp Icarus. So, anyway.
fighting against the robots, fighting against the mutants kind of feel to it. So the one thing I'm not showing you is Port Atlantis itself, and maybe I can tease one image. It's not a major change. It's mostly a layout change, and kind of making it more of a focus for what should we say, like missions and vendors and stuff. So the plan is that we're going to move a lot of the kind of vendors you see in Twin and stuff and concentrate it in Port Atlantis. We're going to have more daily missions in Port Atlantis.
So that's good. I mean, I think we need more doable, low-level daily missions which keep the new players focused on something that doesn't just burn ped. I think a lot of players when they come in from basically any other game, this game is crazily sandbox, right? There is effectively no quest chain that you really run through. I mean, there's a few, but you got to dig them out and find them. It doesn't handhold you in any way, shape, or form. So if you could just add a few more earlier on missions that get you kind of into a flow, maybe the mission rewards help make up some of the ped burn, um, and then I think you would get more engagement for longer with new players, and more engagement for longer means you're more likely to hold on to those players. I just gotta say, it's like, what is this backdrop? I mean, was it the junkyard bar with a really cheap looking Christmas this? This is Mindark to me. This is like, I mean, I love these guys, but I mean, seriously, super cheap. But anyway, let's just roll this back a fraction, just like 5 seconds, and let's go again.
in Port Atlantis. A lot of new stuff kind of centralized in this new Port Atlantis. So it becomes naturally more of a place for people to congregate. But I will show you one image. Now this is early
Come
because
on,
I think there
nice
may even
image.
be textures missing in this image. So this is from a bit earlier in development, but it's just to give you an idea of where it is. And you can see it's in the ocean. So to the right-hand side of the screen is, you can't see it, it's off screen, it's a few of the buildings, a new big apartment block, the mall, and all the rest of it. There's a few other things to the right off screen. And then looking out to sea is kind of where the old Port Atlantis is and where the river between Camp Icarus and Port Atlantis is. And then this little area here you're seeing is where you get off from Satesh. So you land from that supply ship in the middle. And then you start your journey on Calypso from there. There's shopping booths that we've added there as well, so it'll have lots of sort of marketplace feel to it once players get their hands on the shopping booths. You can't really tell, but maybe I can
Once players fork out tons for the shopping booths and the new apartments.
make this like super big. Uh, so where you see these little circles, sort of a bit further back, those are where the booths are. So it kind of has a bit more of a open feel to it. One of the things that we felt with the current Port Atlantis was that it's a absolute nightmare to navigate. If you're ever in Port Atlantis, it's horrible to try and walk around all of the little bits and pieces and the walkways and stuff. It looks nice from a distance, but it's a nightmare to actually navigate. So the goal with this was to make something practical, usable space, not have so much dead space, keep it concentrated, and have missions and other content located here to make it a bit of a natural hub.
Sure. I mean, it makes sense. Making Port Atlantis more of a hub, especially for new players, getting a marketplace. I mean, I remember back in the day when when I was playing Warcraft, it's like you used to have Orgrimmar and I mean the Alliance side. I don't know, and I don't care. I've always been Horde to the core. But everybody was in Orgrimmar, and then everybody moved to Dalaran, and Orgrimmar went silent for a bit. So I mean, it depends where you put how you do this and what they're planning to do with future content. I'm really pleasantly surprised that they are trying to focus on enriching the content. That's fundamentally that is what is going to keep the game engaging is, making content that gives rewards that are worth it but don't devalue the current the current experience. And I'm not entirely sure how you do that, but I've got some ideas. And again, maybe that's for another video at another time. But I mean, certainly making this area more engaging, maybe not prettier, but easier to navigate. I mean, I never thought Port Atlantis was particularly difficult to navigate. But anyway, roll it back 4 seconds, and off we go again.
And have missions and other content located here to make it a bit of a natural hub. So that's one thing. The next thing is this might be possibly one of the larger requested features we've had. So I'm just going to share one screenshot, and I think you're going to understand pretty quickly what this means. Okay, soak it up. Now, isn't that the best looking update you've ever seen, just with a picture of the auction house?
Huh? I guess this is us. That's him trolling us? Or am I missing something?
Funnily enough, I did tease this on Discord, so it's not really too much of a surprise for many of you. But one of the benefits we did a dev blog. I should start there. We did a dev blog semi-recently, and one of the things that we mentioned on that dev blog is about the Chromium embedded framework. And a lot of people kind of reacted to it and thought, no, Mindark's making UI updates again, and we don't want UI updates. We've had those, but I had to sort of maybe need to clarify that what the Chromium embedded framework is about the fundamental framework, the technology that our UI is powered by. This is the benefit of the Chromium embedded framework. So one of the main benefits is resizable windows. Okay, I know it's shocking to any Entropian that is a crazy suggestion, is resizable windows. The other benefit that you get with it is that what it means is you can display, you can...
If there's anybody out there that doesn't play Entropia, yeah, I mean, no resizable windows except the chat box and the notes box. It's actually pretty frightening how bad it is. But anyway, yeah, sure. Let's keep going.
Change information that's displayed in those menus live. So what that means is, at the moment, whenever we have menus in UI, if we want to update those menus in UI, we have to do that through a patch or an actual game update where we push to the client. And many of you have been asking for things like, can we have, news that automatically, a news feed that generates on the game. Sorry, I'm just getting a message.
So he left his notification sound on. What a pro! Good job, mate. Don't get me wrong. I'm just giggling with it. I'm not making fun because I've done exactly the same thing. I'm sure. So it's just funny because I immediately checked my other PC because I have my work PC just here because I got to work in a minute, and I just thought, oh, somebody's messaged me, and then I realized I'm listening to this, so it's like, yeah, no, it's not somebody messaging me, it's somebody messaging him. But yeah, that was quite funny. Sorry.
And yes, what was I? Yes, news feeds that generate from the game, or
Exactly the same as I am as well. So yeah, what? Where was I again? Um, what a pro! Good job, mate. You make us all feel human. That's good.
other things that would require some kind of change live. And I'm pleased to say that the Chromium embedded framework also helps with that. So one thing I want to show you is this is work in progress. So, just keep that in mind. But I'm just going to show you the resizing ability here. So this is also the new voting menu, which I will get to. But yeah, so it resizes. It's not perfect at the minute, but yes, here you go. That is resizing windows in Entropia. And actually what you're seeing, the sort of example, is something that will be in the update next month. And that is the voting system. We teased this on the dev blog a few weeks ago, and or maybe even a month ago now, and we talked about adding voting to the game. And I'm pleased to say that as of next month, voting will be in the game. And what that will mean is anytime we have a question or we want feedback on things or whatever, every single player who plays the game has a chance to participate in that, see the questions, give their vote, so that we're not spreading people's feedback between forums and Discord and possibly alienating people who aren't in those spaces. So yes, we will have voting using this new UI next month.
So two things here. First, it's again, I really love this game, so that's the place I'm coming from. But the fact that we're supposed to get excited by the fact that you can resize a resize a box is like, seriously, guys. Is the we've had a, I mean, maybe there's another something exciting thing in the next 20 seconds, but I mean, we got a video about frickin' a redesign. Don't get me wrong, you need to redesign Icarus. Port Atlantis, I don't know. I mean, maybe. They obviously want to get some player housing and some more shops in there to make some more money. Okay, fine, whatever. But resizing a thing, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm not excited particularly. And voting, it's like, what are we voting on? Until we see what we're voting on and what you guys are giving us input in doing, again, I don't really care. So I mean, I don't know what feedback you're collecting anyway. So anyway, we'll leave it there, and we'll listen to the last minute. Not particularly overwhelmed so far, but let's keep going.
So, yes, how will players access the voting system? Good question. It's literally just a button on the on your like icon
Whatever.
bar. It's just another button on the end there with a little
Whatever.
voting icon. So it's that simple. Okay, so the last one,
Come on.
I'm not gonna add any additional comment to this. I'm just gonna put it on the screen, and then I'm gonna remove it from the screen, and it will be entirely up to you. You can ask questions about it, but I'm not going to answer them. So I'm just going to put this on the screen.
Okay. Just a gladiator dude. Whatever. Okay. What happened there? Oh, that's it. So it shows a picture and turns the sound up. It's like, What? What are we talking about here? I mean, seriously. I mean, sure, it's a small community. It's good that they're communicating with us. Obviously, Icarus needs an update, right? And Setesh is great. Icarus needs an update to kind of pull you in, but the issue is even if you update Icarus, the rest of the world is basically way too sandbox for it to matter, if you know what I mean. I mean, because you're just, you know, tidying up that first bit. The upside is maybe if you can get it right, then what you can do is get new players engaged for a little bit longer. Fundamentally, what you need to do is find a way to, without breaking the economy, fuel that early game economy so that new players, because one of the biggest things that I find is when I'm engaging with new players, the biggest thing is like, I've run out of ped. What do I do now? And it's like, well, you shouldn't have burnt through your ped with no goal in mind. So say for example, incision plates or imperial plates on Cyrene or the imperial armor or something like that. I think that would be a better way to get new players engaged. And maybe what you do is you give a set of armor that's maybe, I mean, I guess it needs to be slightly less good. So the armor you get on Setesh is basically trash. And then you have the shop armor, which is okay. And then you have your disciple armor, which is a bit of a step up from the shop armor. Maybe what you do is you have a set of armor in the middle that you craft through the questing system, right? Which just allows new players to engage with the game, actually progress their character, get something that they can sell, and figure out how to make it more of a break-even type experience where they spend ped, but they get the armor. Because that then teaches you the fundamental kind of thing about this game, which is you are basically putting time and ped into the game to develop your character and your skills, right? And I think something like that would be a better system than a few dailies that give you a few ped. But anyway, that's just me. It was just one that popped into my head as I'm talking to you here. I mean, sure. Uh, it's nice that they're engaging. This picture, absolutely no idea. Don't care. Sizable windows, don't care. Voting system, don't care. Icarus, yes. Port Atlantis, don't care. Uh, Interesting, sure. Nice that they're engaging, sure. But at the end of the day, kind of no news here. Um, so I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching. I please let me know in the comments what you thought of the video. Was it interesting for you to hear my thoughts on what they're saying? Maybe I need to go listen to the dev blog and do something similar. I didn't do that. This is the first one I've tried this on. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Is it the type of content that you guys are interested? Maybe I'll create a poll. All right. Thanks for watching. Please have a great day, and I will see you in an. Oh, if you like what you saw, please subscribe up here. Please watch other videos over here, and sorry, over here. And I will see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.